Before any consumer makes a purchase, one of the first questions that they're going to ask is, how much is this going to cost? This is also true when students are contemplating going to college. The total cost of attendance to obtain an education in America has risen astronomically. As the cost of tuition has risen, students are forced to borrow more money to receive the education that our job market demands. In turn, they are creating a lifetime of debt. In a growing global economy, many Americans are challenged to obtain a higher education. President Obama's plan, called America's College Promise, is a proposal that has the potential to give all Americans an equal and universal opportunity to gain a free education in public community colleges nationwide. Today, I would like to discuss with you, first, provide you with some information regarding the need and the benefit of a college education. I would also like to discuss President Obama's America's College Promise, and finally, briefly explain some of the economic benefits of attending community college and how the investment in an equal opportunity education benefits society. Much of the information I'm going to share with you today comes from President Obama's remarks on January 9th of this year at Pellissippi State Community College, statements released from the White House Press Secretary briefing room, as well as a public opinion survey done by Northeastern University and a study published by the American Association of Community Colleges. Having an education is a highly desired and nearly a prerequisite in the modern job market. College is an investment in your future. Through a college education, students build a wide variety of skills to assist them as they develop into mature, responsible, and independent adults who are better equipped to give back to society. College is an opportunity not only to gain sought-after skills, but to learn about and essentially become your future self. College shapes and challenges you. On January 9th of this year, President Obama addressed students at Pellissippi State Community College in Knoxville, Tennessee. He stated, and I quote, "Education helps us to be better people. It helps us to be better citizens. It is the key to getting a good job that pays a good income and to provide you with the security where even if you don't have the same job for 30 years, you're so adaptable and you have a skill set and the capacity to learn new skills. It ensures that you're always employable," unquote. A public opinion survey conducted by Northeastern University yielded results with eye-opening insights. Americans and business leaders were asked if they agree or disagree with the belief that the ability to think creatively is just as important as the ability to think critically. 87% of Americans polled agreed. 84% of business leaders agreed. Further, 73% of Americans and 63% of business leaders favor communication and writing skills more than STEM skills. STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. In other words, what this study aims to show is that employers place a high value on a graduate because of the general skills that they learned in college courses that teach us skills such as writing and communication. Further results claim that 74% of Americans believe a college degree is more important today than it was for their parents' generation. And 68% believe that a college degree will be even more important for our next generation. So, now that we have discussed the importance of an education and what employers value, let's take a look at achieving an education through a new proposal by President Obama called America's College Promise. President Obama unveiled America's College Promise earlier this month. This new proposal could give Americans an equal and fair opportunity to prepare for the future and gain skills and knowledge necessary for today's growing job market. President Obama's plan will allow responsible students to attend 2 years of community college at no cost. and cover tuition costs up front. The proposal is a reasonable response to a troublesome fact. The American workforce is less educated than it needs to be. Our new job market and this new economy will demand educated employees. According to the White House press secretary, statements and releases, by 2020, it is estimated that 35% of open jobs will require at least a bachelor's degree, and another 30% will require at least an associate's degree. In total, that is 65% of all available employment opportunities. Just as I previously stated, consumers often ask, how much is this going to cost? Well, as the consumer, the public discussions about America's college promise are going to include that very same question. So let's take a closer look at cost and benefits. According to the American Association of Community College, or AACC, America's community colleges create significant positive impacts on national economy and generate a return on the investment made by stakeholders. Stakeholders being students, society, and taxpayers. So, what's the bottom line? Hope you can see this here. All statistics and facts from this section to be provided by the AACC study where value meets values, using data from 2012. America's community colleges and their students added $809 billion in income to the U.S. economy. So, for every dollar investment made on students for community college education, students gained in lifetime income nearly $5. Society gained in income and social savings nearly $26. And the return to taxpayers gained in added taxes and public sector savings, remember, for every dollar spent, is $6.80. Students at community college enter or re-enter the workforce with newly acquired skills. The accumulated contribution of the increased productivity of former students amounted to $806.4 billion in added income for 2012, and a total of $2.6 billion in added income came from international students attending America's community colleges. In other words, college is an investment, not just for our students and their lives, but for the economy as well. When you take into consideration the monetary and societal contributions, the benefits of having a more knowledgeable and skilled society, for every government dollar spent on funding education, we all reap the rewards. This is a true investment. To conclude, President Obama's America's College Promise has the potential to give all Americans an equal and universal start on gaining a free education. Now, more than ever in our past, Americans need more knowledge, more skills to meet the demands of our growing global economy. To summarize, all Americans require and deserve an equal opportunity to gain the education required to be successful in their chosen career path. America's College Promise is President Obama's plan to help even the playing field by offering free community college. And finally, an educated society provides overwhelming benefits to all. By investing in the futures of our citizens, we are making an investment into our own economy as well as to our country. America's College Promise is a step in the right direction towards once again leading the world in terms of education, being number one. Remember, it wasn't until 1918 that at least an elementary school education became mandatory. And in 1954, public schools opened their doors to everyone, regardless of race. We have made great strides, but today is a new era, a knowledge-driven era. And in order to secure the future of America, we need skilled, educated citizens. Education has become a necessity. Thank you. Have a good night.